Dianna, it's time to wake up.
I am so fucking tired. I was hoping for a cozy Cancer new moon, which I mean, I think it's coming, so that's fine. We can start now. But the past 3 days and this morning have been insanity. Mercury retrograde is top of its class right now. And yeah, no one's sleeping.
No one's sleeping. No one on this podcast is sleeping anyway.
Why aren't you sleeping?
I have a injured coccyx.
I cracked my tailbone when I was like 8.
Ow.
I fell down on a playground.
I got blown over by a shed and landed on a raised bed.
Allotment drama.
Allotment drama. That was before the retrograde even happened.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's really sore. Like, really sore.
Yeah.
But apparently they don't do anything for a broken coccyx, so it's just keep weight off, Alex. So I'm sitting on one foot right now to keep my little bottom elevated.
Do you need to get a little donut?
My foot seems to be doing the job. I just alternate legs. Thank God for yoga.
Thank God for yoga.
Yeah. It's what I've been training for my whole life.
Well, I did something much less naturey, and I don't think I could ever train for the marathon that I put myself through because it was a friend's birthday in London. Went to a lovely dinner, got super duper dressed up, heels, extensions, makeup, the whole thing. Loved it, had so much fun. But we went to dinner, went to a members only club. Fancy. I have to say, though I'm not an elite kind of gal, it was really nice that everyone was like of normal adult age. There was like no
under 25s.
Yeah. And the music was like of the millennial generation. So
you want to be
nice.
careful. You are aging us fast, girl.
It was like, yeah, but I also feel like, am I just, yeah, like, do I just want to be in a nursing home actually?
Well, you do now. Do you want to tell the people when you got in?
When I got in?
When did you get in?
So I got in at 4:30. Then I ate pizza on the couch with my friend and I went to bed at 5. It was hot as fuck. I woke up at 8, went to bed, back to bed for a little bit until 9, and then just couldn't sleep. So it was like a broken 3 to 4 hours.
Jeez.
And then traveled home. And then England was playing at 10 p.m. Thank God we went to a friend's house so I could just like sit on the couch and drink cups of tea. Like literally in fetal position on her like chair. And I was like, you know what? Be with your friends. You can either be curled up on the couch at home or with people you love and like try. But once again, it was another super late night simply because the game was on so late. And I literally slept from, I don't know, 1:30 a.m. until noon. Like I was so tired. So tired. And then like Sunday we went to the Lanes Fair, Norwich. Lanes Fair is lovely, so fun. And it was just too much. I only had like a drink or two and I felt so horrible. I like couldn't even eat dinner. I was like, I think I'm ill. Like
Yeah.
the exhaustion. And over all of these experiences, Dianna wasn't like party drinking. She just had like a few glasses of wine, like gentle. It's truly the exhaustion of just being so tired.
Lack of sleep is the killer. I swear that's half the hangover, if not more.
Yeah.
And because when you drink, you don't sleep properly.
Right. Right. So when I think that that didn't used to be the case, but like now I'm like so sensitive.
It was always the case. We were just young and sprightly and could put up with it.
Didn't care.
Didn't care. Energy of a 20-year-old is very different to the energy of a 30-year-old.
Yeah.
I don't want to admit it, but I have to.
I think 35 has been my biggest year change biologically. Like,
interesting.
Like I turned 35 and I feel like maybe just the number halfway through my 30s has given me a permission slip, but like, so it could be psychological, but also I'm like, just different.
I felt younger at 38 than I did at 32.
Interesting.
I was probably the fittest I've ever been. Sleeping the best I'd
Interesting.
ever slept, eating the best I'd ever eaten. Yeah. I felt younger at 38 than I did at
So
32.
you probably had maturity to like bolster those
Maybe.
metrics.
Yeah. So 37, sorry. I just trying to figure out when I stopped training. But yeah, 30, early 38. It was probably the
Yeah.
best I've ever felt. Yeah. Or youngest.
But because you were um old and mature, because you had like boundaries around your life, I bet, and were training and like
Yeah.
and you had like money to buy nice groceries, like I think you felt young because you are mature.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
I want to feel
I've always prioritized nice food. I've
good.
always prioritized fitness. I think I find what has come with age is finding the right food that's for me. Because like when I was in my 20s, I was very much gym bros, CrossFit, protein, that shenanigans. But a high protein diet doesn't actually work for me. Do you remember that? This is such a random way to start the podcast. That is about the moon. Do you remember that podcast? No. TV series Game Changers
No.
came out on Netflix.
When?
2018. So it was vegan propaganda. And they did a very good job of cutting down interviews and to make it seem like eating any meat was the worst thing you could possibly do in the whole wide world. It was very well done, but everyone went vegan.
Right.
And where I was a coach at the time, I was a nutrition, I was doing nutrition consultations at the time, was PT at the time. Like I was very much in the gym sphere as well as doing the yoga. And I was asked about it so much. I was like, I don't know because I eat meat. I don't know. I've never looked into it. I've never kind of gone down that path. I know that obviously with yoga, you don't eat meat. Non-violence, pretty simple.
Really.
But then, so I decided to go vegan for 3 months to try it out because I was like, I'm not taking the word of a documentary that's clearly paid for by people who are wanting everyone to be vegan. So yeah, I went vegan for 3 months and never have I felt so good. Like it was unreal. And I went from eating meat at breakfast, lunch, dinner, or fish, meat or fish at breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Wow.
And so essentially off the back of that, I didn't stay vegan, but I reduced. I don't cook meat at home unless it's a roast dinner. I eat fish.
Yeah.
I eat some dairy, but hardly any. But it was that made me realize how much better I felt when I didn't have a high protein diet.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
We don't have red meat at home.
Mm-mm.
Lately, we've been getting turkey mince. Um, but we might be off poultry for a little while because then we saw a scary reel about how poultry is kept, which I then remember every year and a half, and then I'm afraid of chicken nuggets.
I think if you get your meat from really good sources, then it completely changes it. Go to your farm shops, go to your butchers, yeah.
I nannied a little girl, and her family bought like boxes of local meat, and so like they didn't have beef, they had deer.
Dear.
Things like that, like grass-fed from an estate locally, like stuff like that. And I was like, "Oh, that's really interesting." Don't really have the like time, energy, money to like make that choice now, but like I'm very interested.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think though this is the right time for like thoughtful changes like this because new moon in Cancer is so like so cozy, so about home. And even though we're in a Mercury retrograde, it could be a chaotic time where these like home routines and or family routines come up in a tricky way. I actually think that we could just recommit ourselves to like eat deer
I think,
or whatever.
yeah, figuring out your values around what is important and how you can reflect those values in your home are kind of like a really good place to start with at least being able to feel like you're at home in yourself.
Yeah.
Because it would be really challenging to know that this is a certain part of myself, and then due to who you live with, your family environment, etc., you actually go completely against that. You're never really going to even feel relaxed in your own home because everything's like ugh, this is wrong for me. Yeah,
I agree.
I agree too. I think,
Makes me want to like put the laundry away, which is mounting over there on the guest bed. Or like buy a new duvet that we've been looking forward to like investing. Like not big stuff, just like can we just like re-cocoon a little bit? Like
yeah, I did a, not
buy a
spring,
deer box.
I did a clear out yesterday, got rid of some furniture, moved some stuff around, cleared some things out, saged the house, just sort of like did a refresh. And it didn't even occur to me that I was craving that because of the cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I got a voice note from a friend this morning, and she spent a really chilled weekend, and she was doing like little pottery bits around the house as well, and cleaning, deep cleaning, and she's like, I hoovered lampshades, you know. And then another friend, she had a really chilled out weekend, just really like going quiet, contemplative, chilled, pottering, very pottering vibes, which is what this new moon is all about.
I love that. I was just gonna see what my cancer I have cancer in.
Good.
I think I've got it in like quite homey stuff. I looked this up earlier. My cancer south node, where you're learning like where you need to let go, where you kind of come from. South node is the beginning, north node is where you're going. And then in Chiron, which is like such like a big healer. And so if I need to like go back to like home and like really appreciate something that I find really funny about like home stuff and cancer, I had a great childhood. It was so lovely, but it was a bit chaotic because there was four children, often a dog, two adults. Like a lot of our routines were just like about the little machine that was our family, which sometimes made it so exciting and like just practice that game. I had tons of activities like up, like all over the place. And I think I was like a much more, much as I like think of myself as an extrovert, I think a lot of my like innate sense to like chill, be calm, rest was like not always satisfied because we just had a big family that was like really fun and energetic. And I think that like living alone and or living with a partner, like where you've got full control over your space to some degree, is really like nice. Like I kind of forget sometimes that I'm not running around, which is also why pulling back from business and like hustling and teaching loads of classes and one-to-ones, like pulling back, like I really have to re-practice like loving, tending home.
I think there's a lot around. I think a lot of people in our community at large really struggle with the rest. And even when they have time to do nothing, there is the constant inner monologue of, I can't just do nothing. If I'm at home, I have to do this. If I'm at home, I should do that. Or, oh yeah, well, or making excuses. I was, I just sat and read my book for a while. I didn't actually do much. I could have done work, or I could have done this, but I actually just didn't do anything. And there's always excuses and layers around that whole, just stop. You're allowed to do nothing.
Yeah.
You are still worthy of love if you do nothing.
Yeah, and I've like agreed. Need to do anything. I think after I do podcast editing for Emotionally Available and Moon Made Me Do It, I'm gonna try to just take the rest of the afternoon off. And definitely by 5, nothing else is gonna happen. But I've been trying to reframe home chores because I feel like I've like burned myself out. And so now it's like even doing chores feels exhausting. Even
Mm.
though if we just putter through them with a lovely podcast, listening to one after we edit them, like
Obviously.
maybe that's nice. Like maybe it's nice to take care of ourselves. Maybe it feels good to like make our home lovely. So want to do nothing, need to do chores, have to reframe so both of them feel nice today.
Oh, want to do nothing, then have to and should do. Can we change the
Mm,
language?
yeah.
Want to
I
do
just
nothing?
hate doing chores.
Full stop. Don't do them. If you need to do nothing for your energy levels, then don't do them.
We have to get them done today.
You get to do them.
I'm so excited to make my house more spacious.
It's a form of rest. It is a form of rest, just pottering around your house, making it look nice.
That's what I need to think about. Because then if I do that, I can actually like chill out for the evening and do nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, there is something amazingly energizing and it charges your battery, etc., from looking around your space. It's clean, it's clear, your brain works better.
Okay. I remember maybe a year ago, I was talking about really wanting to lift at the gym again. And I was like, I really need to do this thing. And you were like, but do you want to do that thing? I was like, no. And you were like, I think when you want to, you probably will. And it's okay that you don't want to right now. And I was like, oh. And then what are we doing? We're lifting at the gym and we love it. And we're happy to make the time to do it. It's like, I know we can't force that I want to. Sometimes we do need time, but the reframing with the things that we actually do have to do. Like, I think I'm just going to think about that. I'm going to think about you while I do my chores.
You are welcome. I think, yeah, I don't know. There's something about a clear house, clean house.
Mm,
Yeah, my bedroom is very, very clear and empty.
good.
All very neutral tones, just, yeah, always
I
clear.
think you really like it's funny that you don't have any cancer in your big three because I think you're very cancery.
Where is my Cancer?
Yeah.
10th house. Career tied to emotional intelligence and care. Protective or nurturing public role. Seen as supportive or emotionally aware in work life. Career direction may shift with emotional phases. Strong instinct for people-focused roles. Success comes through emotional intelligence. Just doesn't sound like me at all.
That's so interesting. Mine's in second house, which is assets, resources, and talents. But I think that's quite contrasting because I see my assets, resources, and talents as like out in the world and cancer only at home. So it's like,
Interesting. But then, so Cancer's not necessarily just home, it's emotion, isn't it?
yeah.
Very.
And of this world. I read that recently. Like Cancer is of this world, while Pisces is kind of like of every world and no world.
You can't restrict me.
Yeah, so maybe like letting it be dreamy and watery, but like practical,
Yeah.
which would be a soothing salve to the chore chart.
Yeah, it's like if we were to go tarot cards, it would be a mix of the pentacles and the cups. Grounded emotion.
Yeah.
I love this. No, this new moon is very much about reflecting on what has been and taking rest, real deep rest to sort of allow everything to feel, allow yourself to feel everything. Because I think apparently with this Mercury in retrograde and all sorts of different planet situations, we're expected to have a lot of past experiences like repeat, or past emotions repeat, or people coming up from our past, or thoughts that we thought we'd got over and weren't, they're suddenly reoccurring again. I had a dream about someone the other day who was a friend of my ex, essentially. I've not thought about them for 3 years, easily.
Really?
And I had a dream, full dream. And you know, one of the dreams you have right before you woke up or wake up. And I woke up and I was like, what am I thinking about her for? So random. And then there were just other. And then I forgot about this magic. I get emails from like Share to Buy properties. Her house was in the email.
What a mystical time.
Okay, so I need to reach out to her.
Yeah.
Or avoid her at all costs. I don't know. Maybe I don't feel like I have any emotions about her. She's the person that she's with terrifies me. And I think that in the back of my mind, there's always been that low key, I wish I'd said something, / I hope she's okay.
Okay.
And it's like, maybe it's that. I don't know.
Do you think by like worrying about her, it's a reflection opportunity to wonder what you're worried about yourself?
I've removed myself from that situation. The parallels between mine and her situation stop. But I don't know, maybe there is that sense of I'm worried about you. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the fact that she's moving house means that I can put closure on that. Maybe that means that they're no longer together.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was. I don't know, but it was mental. Bloody love the universe.
So weird. I feel like I have crazy dreams June and July. Like I've had Yeah, so my craziest like prophetic dream, like the one you're discussing, I probably told you this in private, but I dreamed of my like child's like high school sweetheart like every day for a week. Didn't understand why I was meant to like reach out to her. Did, which felt crazy because it had been years since we talked. However, like we were friendly after breakup, so like we just hadn't done that in ages. And and called her up and she was like, "Oh, I'm going to be in Connecticut next week." And I'm like, "I'm going to be in Connecticut next week." And she was like, "My parents are selling their house. I'm not going to be in Fairfield like ever again." Obviously, she might visit, but like there's no like the home is gone. And I was like, "Oh my God, we now get to see each other in our hometown for probably the last time that'll ever line up." Like, and it felt like such a cathartic, like, I mean, that chapter had closed decades earlier, but it felt like a really cool, like,
Closure.
universe being like, you have to reach out, like, you have to see each other, and like, it happened. And so I'm not saying you should definitely reach out to this girl, but clearly there was like a reaching backwards
Yeah.
to go forwards.
Yeah.
And it was magical. We had like a lovely time and it was totally platonic, but like meaningful. And I like, we like talked about some things that I had like thought about for a long time that kind of like shaped my view of myself. Like, we all make weird choices as teenagers. And
Don't we all?
yeah, and it was just like really cool. And I just wonder if there's something like that. Like, not that I want you to re-go through the trauma of what you dealt with, but like, I wonder if there's like a win to celebrate, a reflection to have had. Like,
Yeah.
wow, that was so long ago, and this person reminds me of that thing for some reason.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think you've done a lot of reflecting on it, so I don't necessarily want you to redo it. I'm just wondering why is there a bookmark
Right.
there?
Yeah. Why is it? Or was it just the fact that I can maybe I just do a good old social media stalk and see if she's okay? But the odds I'm expecting to bump into her now anyway. Yeah. If I bump into her in the next month, I'll be like, obviously. Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah. I'll keep you posted.
Keep
But
me
I think,
posted.
yeah, this we should be aware of things cropping up from the past around this new moon, apparently. But allowing ourselves to like reflect on it, notice it, accept it, figure out what's going on.
Okay.
All good fun.
On it.
On it. And the Mercury in retrograde. Apparently, again, this one's not meant to be chaotic, but didn't we just have the weirdest 10 minutes trying to get on this blooming podcast today?
Yeah, it was horrific.
Yeah. So if you're having tech times, guys, don't be surprised.
Don't be surprised. Go slow. Don't panic. Stop sweating.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Stop sweating.
I'm sweating. Can you tell?
No. You're glowing.
Um, if right now, if right now we have new moon in Cancer, we're gonna go to the full moon in Aquarius. Maybe we're getting the grounding, the tending, the puttering around the house now,
Yeah.
so we can be like a little bit of a freaky alien come end of July with our little Aquarius and full moon, but TBD.
Aquarius. I only have one Aquarius friend, and I don't know a lot about Aquarius, but what I do know is I want structure, I hate structure. I want structure, I hate structure. They are that embodied.
So crazy.
Yeah.
My Aquarius friend is like just like does her own thing. She's like, I think a little like just like so her own in her own chapter in her own world, but like in a grounded way. Like she's not doing crazy things. Like she's just living her life. She seems unencumbered by societal
No.
expectations or group think.
See, I would say that my Aquarius friend is hounded by the sense that they have to conform to societal norms, but then there is this huge incongruence there. And that's
Do I
where
know your Aquarius friend?
I don't know.
My Aquarius friend will bleep is
I think I've met her once.
she looks like she might love society. She like dresses very like really stylish, really
Yeah.
sophisticated, really feminine. But like actually everyday life, she's like a little hippie. Yeah. Well, we shall see. We'll be here for next episode talking about the full moon in Aquarius. Good luck with new moon in Cancer. We
And
are
that's
feeling puttering but chaotic.
good. I like it. I just rest, guys. Rest guilt free. Do not make excuses. Put your eye mask back on, darling. Good night.
Good night, everyone.